What's going on, everybody? Well, just a heads up, the package I'm waiting on so I can get this ATV build going again is supposed to come tomorrow, I believe, which is the FMS FCX10 Defender 90. That's a handful to say there. Boy, anyway, I did try to take one of my other ones apart, which y'all have seen if you know the channel. I was going to shorten it. It just started to become a handful I didn't want to go to. And since I also had these carbon fiber frame rails that was going to work putting that other truck back together to make it a little better, we're going to put it back together and upgrade it as a regular trophy truck that's just got a little bit better stuff. So when the Defender 90 comes, which is supposed to be tomorrow, I believe, Saturday, hopefully it comes tomorrow, then we will get back to work on this project. Well, we'll actually start the video anyway. And we're still going to have to order some more stuff. I got a few things already and I need some more stuff, but it's going to be awesome. Whoever wins it is going to be pretty happy. Now then, here's where we're at. This is my second video I'm working on of the day. I haven't uploaded the other one yet or edited, but I was running my Ultra 1/7 scale Bronco, the big U4 racer, whatever it's called, the Ridge Racer. And I run it for quite a while, then I stopped, took a break for a minute. When I went back out to start the video back up, the pinion gear had loosened. I didn't even notice it while driving, but it, just sounds like the motor's turning, but nothing else. So no big deal. We'll take that apart later and figure it out. Maybe the motor slid over or something. So I figured, since it's so hot outside at this moment, I was taking a break. Me and my wife been doing some work outside. We're getting the yard looking good again, hopefully. Do some work around the house. So I'm decided to go ahead and take these tires apart because I didn't put no weight in there when I first got them together. I was too impatient to wait, you know me. So here's what we're working with. There's so many different styles of these wheel weights you can get on Amazon. Just get the ones you want, whatever. Just try to make sure you get the ones that say 1/4 ounce, not 1/2 ounce, because the 1/2 ounce is twice, it's 2 of these, and you have to take pliers and bend them yourself to make the circle like I did. So get the 1/4 ounce squares, that way they fold like that, you don't got to worry about it. And another thing that I look for now, most of the time they come in a count of 48, but a lot of times they come in there's 5 rolls, and there's less of them on each roll, but there's 5 of them, like I say. So when you're doing 4 tires, you have to use a whole stick and then a piece off of that 5th roll every time. So if you find the ones that say 48 count, but you get them in 4 strips, much better. It goes all the way around, tear off if there's too many, and you're done. It's just easier. Not that it really matters. So now then, let me go ahead and open them up so we can get this one together. Alright, we're going to try this other view. I don't know how good it comes in because it switches to a different camera, I believe. But you can see a little more of what's happening here. Good Lord, I got these wrapped up good. These, let me get a knife or some cutters or some kind. So let's seal them in there tight because they're pretty heavy. Now they stick on as well, so that's pretty cool. Good Lord. That tape's pretty good. All that one, I could have just cut a hole in the package because it's actually not even open there. There we go. So let's see how they go around. Oh yeah, plenty enough. Looks like one extra. Look at that. So we're going to cut one off, and it's going to be a perfect fit. That's pretty sweet right there, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what now. Dango dang, man. Or should I just go ahead and stick it right over there or not? Because like I say, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't, because if I stick it over this hole and then I squeeze, and the air could kind of like maybe blow it up, and then when it comes back down it's going to block it. But no matter what, unless I actually start right here, that's the only way to avoid it and just keep them vented. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start right beside that and see how it works out. If there's going to be a gap between these, it'll be right where the hole is. Now, if I was just to seal that off with some silicone or something, it might be alright. But again, what I'm thinking now, though, if I just cover it with this, air could come in but not come back out, and that would hurt us in the long run. We don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is this. Oh, get it off there, you shithead. Damn, them are sticky as shit. I just accidentally dropped it for a second. Come here. Wow, now, well. I feel like right there would be best. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm actually doing, but. Try to keep the distance about the same on them. Both sides ain't gonna really hurt much, so. And there we go, look at that. And the hole is right in the center. That worked out perfect. Now, if you get a set of 2.2s, I almost would bet this one extra weight would make up for a 2.2. I honestly feel like it would. It would probably just be just that much bigger that you could do 2.2s with these. I gotta get a drink. So now, I guess since we're here, we'll go ahead and put this together to see how hard it is with once you add that. It's usually not too big a deal. Most tires are plenty flexible to make up for that. The only time that can be a little hassle, more of a hassle anyway, is with some Proline dual stage foam, something like that. Because that inner blue ring is so much firmer to try to shove that in there to make it actually expand, but that was easy right there. So, and as I've done before, these don't really need it, but a little spit on the finger. But like I say, these tires actually, you don't even got to really worry about it. They go together pretty good. I still do it though, out of reflex, I guess, habit. There we go. Sorry. Now then, I should have did the back second though. That's how you're supposed to do it, because you can't really see these holes unless you know what you're doing here. There we go. Hard to see and do. Perfecto. These go together very simple. Look at that. I'm doing it with my fingers, and they're lined up pretty good. So I think we're okay anyway. I don't know if these screws are magnetized. They don't appear to be. They are the bigger head too. They're not the average size you use. They're pretty dang good size screws. They're like what the bigger motor screws are and stuff. So let me make sure everything's looking sufficient. I'll go ahead and tighten it up almost all the way, just because it was that easy to do. Sometimes you don't want to do that, sometimes you can. Now I'm not going to tighten them all the way with this tool like you're wondering about. I actually turn it. They look good to me. So we'll go ahead and finish her off. That easy. Now, somebody says that when I bought these pit bulls, and the link that I have in the description for these, if I have it in there. Oops, dang it. These are, somebody said they're the knockoffs because they were cheaper. The name brand, the real ones come with a dual stage foam. So I don't know if they're actually knockoffs, or maybe this one's on the cross thread. I think I did that last time. There we go. I don't know if they're knockoffs, or maybe because they don't have dual stage foam, they're cheaper. That's what I'm figuring, because they look like the same one. They look legit to me, and they feel like they're really good. I don't think they're like a generic version of them myself. There's no indicator, no misspellings, nothing telling me these are knockoffs. Now maybe, again, when you buy them with dual stage foam, you pay a lot more money. Because to be honest, it's like $45, I think, for 2 of them with dual stage foam when you buy those. And that's why they might be knockoffs, because these are only like $21 for all 4 tires or something. I don't remember what I paid. Link could be in the description now. Maybe it's 25, something like that. They were really cheap tires. That's why I got them. And I like pit bulls. And look at that. They're nice. Oh, yeah. That is going to hook up now. The other day when I run them, they did pretty dang good considering I had no weight. I have nothing in this truck for upgrades, okay? This is a stock vehicle other than the tires and adding some stuff inside for bells and whistles. Just looks. That makes it heavier. Everything they've put on this truck is perfect. That's just my opinion. The shocks work perfect so far. I like shocks that are really slow. They're not on that level, but they're still really good stock shocks. The motor is perfect. It's a little slower. Maybe bump it up on a pinion, I thought about later. But other than that, so smooth. So much torque on the low end. Works great. The servo is remarkable. I don't know what size Predator servo, if that was a 25 or the 35 kg, but it is a great servo. And I believe they may have even upgraded the little servos because they seem to be working pretty good. I can't say that shit. Wait, no, that's my other truck. Yes, I can say that. I'm sorry. My Blazer. Wait, I don't remember. Yeah, it's the Blazer. It don't have second gear. I can't switch it because the servo quit after I put the Fusion in the K5. But I've had that truck 11 months. So, almost a year. Alright, back to work. I gotta paint these letters and then put it back on. So, alright, y'all. Before I mount this tire back up there, we gotta get the white letters back on it. And I mentioned these there. I bought these at Hobby Lobby. There's 3 different sizes in a pack. This is the number 10. You can get the 0.5 and the 0.8. They are smaller, obviously. The 5 is the smallest. It's super fine tip. You can do like FCX10 letters with the number 5. This one, being the number 10, is still a super fine line. I mean, that's what you got. That's pretty good when you come to painting letters. So, I should probably be washing these first and all that. But I think I washed them before I put them back on the truck and haven't drove it, to be honest. So, that being the case, I gotta go get my light for my head. I can't do this. I don't want to mess it up on camera. Well, guys, I just noticed when I went to switch this that it was showing this piece of the gimbal right here, which it does that sometimes. There's a feature to prevent that, though. And I forget about it. And I don't know if I can do it while the camera's on. But if I pull this trigger, I'm thinking it's... Shit, one of these is going to come back at me. The other one's going to do what I need it to do. One of them will turn to where that gimbal piece is on my side, and you won't see it no more. Let's see if it's 4, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. It just did that little rotation, and now I can look all around, and you will not see that piece anymore. It's behind the camera, but it's in my view now. It kind of blocks it, but it's fine. If I'm filming, because right now I'm zoomed out so far. Right this is my normal screen, and then it doesn't show. But when you're on this camera, you'll see it, unless I hit the button and flip it around. And then it kind of blocks my view a little bit, like I said, if I'm pointing down at the ground or something. But it's not a big deal. It still keeps it to where I can film and you don't see it. My point being is I couldn't see what I was doing on that tire from the other angle. We're about to try from this angle, but I still can't really see it, so it don't really matter, does it? We're going to just give it 1 or 2 letters. I should maybe use the number 8, but I like this number 10. It really comes out nice. See, on here, this one has what you call raised edges, so you kind of get a color between the lines, and it's not hard. And if you hit the edges, it's okay, because when you hit the rocks, it wipes the edges off, and it goes back to just being colored inside the lines. It's pretty cool. I gotta get the paint really coming out as it warms up, the marker. Because really, it's hard for almost any paint to stick good to rubber. If you think about it. I mean, there's not a lot of paints made for flexible rubber. It's always going to come back off. Especially when you're rubbing against rocks. Real car tires have the rubber embedded with white. It's not the top surface. It's a 1/4 inch deep. So, anywho. They're all like, why are we watching them paint letters again? Because you want to know how good these paint markers are, probably. And don't worry, we're not going to bore you with the whole deal. Just going to show you this a little bit again. Now that this paint's working better, I'll try to brighten this R up. Alright, good enough. There's a rock. Let's put the spotlight on it. Alright guys, I'm going to finish up the rest of these and we'll be back. So alright y'all, what do you think of the tires off of my CJ7 on there just for looks? They don't look bad. It's not quite a matching color, but I mean, if I just wanted to switch it up every once in a while, they will look good. But I'm still keeping my smaller ones that I'm putting on now. So we're going to see how much weight we're actually adding to one of these tires. So we're going to try to anyway. Alright, we're going to zero it in. Y'all can even see that. This one has not had nothing added yet. I just took this off the front. Can we get it to it? Let me find the place where it doesn't roll. These things here got like warped out foams, everything. There we go. So, okay, if we can catch this or not, we got, what does that say? 158.4 grams. 158.4. Sure that was zeroed still. Okay. So now we got 235.2. You can see it. 235.2. It was 158. So we're at over 80 grams. So let's go ahead and see how much are we adding to this. I got to cut one of these off real quick, and then we'll see how much is. So alright, now all of them had to have one cut off, so let's see. Let me fold this up or something. There we go. Let's see how much we've added just individually. 77.8. Now if we were able to fit the entire shebang, it would have been 84.9. So it's all good though. We're still running with 77 extra grams per tire, which is great. And these 4 that are left over, I think I might stick these on the axle or something underneath there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So let me finish up putting this last wheel together so I can get these done. I got to paint them up. So, alright. We got them painted up. We just got to get them slapped on. I just kind of wanted to get another quick look at what they look like right there, so we can do a little comparison real fast. Bam. Oh yeah, I like those smaller tires. Now, them funky front fenders, you know, there's not a lot you can do with that. I know they got other fenders they can give you for that, but to be honest, you got to trim that and raise it from what I've seen. I haven't done it or seen them personally, but I can only imagine the only way you're going to make that straight is to raise this side up. Well, then, you see I already got this big gap here, and that's what makes it look funny. This side don't have it, but this side does, but the back don't. So, your truck will be level here, but it's still going to have a huge gap here, no gap here. Or do they give you back fenders, and do you cut those to match? That's the question. I don't know that answer because I haven't asked them. Myself, I'm just leaving mine alone. I'm not going through all that work, to be honest. I'll just leave it like it is. Thought about just cut the back ones crooked, raise them up too. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, oh man, that feels so much better now. We got that weight in there. You know, 77 grams, almost 78 you might as well say per tire. That's not bad. So now I might find somewhere we can stick these other weights on there. Well, alright, I love having that rack on the roof of this car because it sits perfectly upside down. It don't even rock. That's perfect. So now I just figured, because I don't have any upgrades in this truck, and a little extra weight in the right places could help you. And we just happen to have another couple of ounces of weight. What, quarter ounce? That's 1 ounce then. So we got an extra ounce of weight, which ain't much. But I was thinking we got a couple options on this bad boy. The steering servo is mounted to the axle, so that gives you some unsprung weight. So I think I could stick maybe 2 on there. And I was going to show you, this has that Predator servo, 25 kg Predator servo, and this thing is it's baby butt smooth. Look at that thing. You can barely even hear it, and it works real good. This is not the servo that comes in the K5 or the other LC80. I don't believe. I believe the other LC80 still had the regular 25 kg servo, not the Predator. This is a damn good servo. I love it. Nothing in this truck needs upgraded. I'm telling you. Man, this is a beautiful truck. They mastered it when they built this one. You know, TRX4, once they figured out that their platform was great, they just started swapping bodies, man. That's all you have to do. Make the wheelbase a little longer. Get another body. Stuff like that. FMS, now that you're at this point, upgrades are getting made for the vehicles, everything. That's all you got to do. Keep bringing out new bodies. You can always make it longer here and there for different type of vehicles. But keep this platform. Don't change shit as far as the way things are working. You know, better servo or something if you want to. That don't matter. But my K10 even has just been so good. Even brushed. They did such a good job with this platform. Suspension can use a little bit. I got a couple of shocks that have leaked, I think. This one's acting kind of goofy. This side's not doing it. This one's just kind of dropping. And then in the front, I got a shock that's wet right here. And I noticed this one's got pretty good to it. This one's not. So I've never messed with these shocks or anything. But we do need to refill the oil. And I'm going to swap them out later. Now that I found a brand of shock I like that's only $20 and they work just as good as Desert Lizard, I'm going to get a set for these. But I've been buying all these 90 millimeter shocks, and I'm thinking I might need to go to 100 this time. Or I'm not sure yet. So anyway, what we did, we put a weight right there. We did the same on the front. And then I put 2 of them on the front servo. If I can get this where you can actually see it. If I push down, you'll see there's one on the top, but there's also one right here on the back that you can't see right this minute. There you go. So now all of that weight is on the vehicle. We got just a little bit of light if I get out there now, but with this suspension acting up, I'm not confident because of the leak. But at the same time, I realize I have to take off these whole damn, you gotta take these things off and everything in order to do anything with them shocks. And it would be dark by the time I was done if I go that route. So, all right, y'all. The battery I just put in there is not fully charged, but we're just gonna go with it. It should do what I need it to do. It'll be fine. And also, I had ordered one more thing for this. I ordered it last month, but well, no, I ordered it this month, though. But anyway, ooh, excuse me. It was just one of them items that took a while to get here. Even from Injora. And it's those chrome rock sliders. They'll work on this truck or the K5, I believe. They might be listed for the K5, I don't remember. But I got them. They're nice chrome rock sliders, aluminum or whatever. I figured since we got the wheels now, I want to work to getting a nice bumper next, but we'll go from there. So we're going to go outside before it gets any darker, and we'll run until it is dark. You know how I roll.